Welcome to SolidCAM Professor. I'm Sydney, your SolidCAM Professor, with one of many videos available to you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. In this session, we'll be showing you the perfect machining combination using iMachining 3D and HSM. Let's first take a look at the part that we see on our screen. In this particular part, this is a prismatic part typically used for electronic components. And we have this through hole over here to drill, so I'm going to drill that out. Then I'm going to do all the rough cutting using the iMachining 3D and a finish cut using HSM. We'll start off by using my first operation of drilling. I'll choose my geometry, that hole over there. I'll choose my drill. In this particular case, I'll just use a 16 millimeter drill. Levels, I'll be going through the entire part with an extra millimeter going through the part using the full diameter of the tool, and I'll just do save and calculate. Now, if I run my simulation using Solid Verify, you'll note that the tool goes down into the material over there. Now, for my next operation, I'm going to use iMachining 3D. As I start the new operation, you'll note my target is automatically inside my geometry box. The tool in this particular case that I'll be using will be a 12 millimeter bullnose tool, and I'll use it on the entire part, going all the way down to the bottom. And in my technology wizard, since this is a part that's aluminum and the part is being held firmly in the vise, I'll go into modify cutting conditions and choose turbo mode. And the wizard will give you the correct cutting conditions at every point. And that will give you first part success every single time. And all I'm going to do right now is save and calculate using all the defaults that I have in the program. Now, let's run a simulation and note what happens. First, it starts by going on the outside, and then when it goes on the inside, it automatically goes inside the hole itself. It recognizes there's no material over there and actually uses that hole for an entrance for the pocket area over there. And this I did not have to define within the operation. It knew this automatically. As we continue, you can see that using the iMachining toolpath that's so famously known when we developed it in our 2D operations, being used now in our 3D operation on this prismatic part. One of the major advantages using it on the prismatic part is I do not have to go and define each depth of each pocket individually in individual operations. This is done automatically within one operation, completing this entire part using 3D iMachining Rough to machine out this part. And as you can see, it cleans out every single corner, then cleans off the next steps as shown over here, going on its way up. Always manipulating whenever it can the full length of the tool itself. And it even does this top step as shown over here. Now note that because this was a large tool, a 12 millimeter tool, there are areas within this part that could not be machined because the tool was too large to get into the corners. So what we'll do in order to complete this task is simply do save and copy to create a new 3D iMachining operation, and all I'll do is go into my tool area and change to a new tool using a 6 millimeter bullnose end mill. All I'll do right now is save and calculate. It'll automatically recognize the fact that the material has been machined already, and it'll work only in the areas where the previous tool, the 12 millimeter end mill, was not able to go in. If we take a look at our simulation, you'll see that the tool will only work in the areas where the previous tool was not able to work, as shown over here. Clearing out this corner over here, these corners inside over here, as well as parts on this wall as well in these corners over here. And you'll note that it's only working in the areas that that previous tool could not machine. Now it should be noted that the time for these two operations was 3 minutes as compared to 41 minutes when done in the conventional method. Now for finishing this part, I'll go into HSM and I'll use the option of Prismatic part machining, specifically made for parts such as this. I even have a template ready for this particular operation using a 6mm end mill. My passes, I'm going down every 5 millimeters and stepping over every 3 millimeters. And we'll do save and calculate. Now, in a moment when we take a look at our simulation, you'll see that it'll complete this entire part with all the proper step downs and every single floor, and all of this is done within one operation. So actually programming this part was done very simply with using 3 major operations plus 1 drilling operation for the hole. If we take a look at the simulation now, you'll see that the tool is working on the floors, starting from the very top, then working on the outside, going down every 5 millimeters, and now working on the inside, clearing that first step as shown over there, cleaning each step as it's going down, and now working on the wall. And note, when it gets to the next floor level, it'll clean off that particular floor level as well, as shown on these floors over here, and then moving on to the next floor, as shown over here, clearing off that floor, and then when it finishes this floor, it'll go into the pocket area over here, finishing off that areas, as well as these stepped holes over here, finishing off the entire part. This entire part was done using iMachining 3D and HSM, the perfect combination. For more videos on SolidCAM Professor, please go to our website, www.solidcam.com, and look for the tab called SolidCAM Professor. Thank you for joining us on SolidCAM Professor. Take care and have a nice day.